The Roman Legionary stands as the singular, most formidable instrument of conquest in antiquity, a disciplined force that transformed the Mediterranean into a Roman lake. Through sheer tactical superiority, these soldiers carved out an empire, but their true power lay in a profound evolution from citizen militia to professional standing army. This transformation was cemented by the Marian reforms of 107 BC, which opened the ranks to landless citizens and birthed the legendary tireless Marius mules. Beyond the battlefield, we must examine the grueling daily existence of these men, who were as much master engineers as they were lethal warriors. Every single night, after marching 20 miles under heavy gear, they were tasked with constructing vast road networks and fortified castra to secure their position. Their training was a crucible of extreme physical conditioning, where raw recruits practiced with double-weighted wooden swords to build endurance and perfect their lethal strikes. In this environment, they faced the absolute, often brutal authority of the centurions, whose discipline ensured that fear of the officer outweighed fear of the enemy. By analyzing their iconic equipment, from the protective lorica segmentata and the curved scutum shield to the lethal precision of the Gladius, we uncover their efficiency. The Pilum, designed to bend upon impact, rendered enemy shields useless, showcasing the mechanical efficiency that defined their absolute dominance on the ancient battlefield. From the crushing, calculated victories at Alesia to the devastating, chaotic losses in the Teutoburg forest, the legionary system redefined the very nature of ancient warfare. The secret to their success lay in the flexibility of the cohort and the unbreakable, shield-locked cohesion of the famous, impenetrable testudo formation. To understand the Roman war machine, we must first look at the early republic, where farmers traded their plows for swords only when the state called. Osterman, this citizen militia model eventually buckled under the strain of constant expansion, necessitating a radical shift toward a permanent, state-funded professional military force. Gaius Marius seized this moment, removing property requirements and promising land to veterans, effectively binding the soldier's loyalty to his general rather than the Senate. These new recruits, carrying their own supplies and tools, earned the nickname Marius Mules, a testament to their incredible capacity for labor and long-distance endurance. Life for a legionary was not merely about combat. It was a life defined by the relentless rhythm of the march and the construction of the frontier. The Roman road, or via, was the artery of the empire, built by the very hands that wielded the sword, ensuring rapid deployment across vast, rugged territories. Arriving at a site, a legion would immediately begin digging a ditch and erecting a palisade, creating a fortified castra that turned every camp into a fortress. This obsession with order and security meant that even in hostile territory, the Romans slept behind walls, protected by the same discipline they displayed in battle. Recruitment was a rigorous process, selecting men for their physical stature and mental fortitude, ensuring only the most capable could endure the rigors of the legion. Training was designed to break the individual and forge a collective unit, where the soldier learned to move, fight, and survive as a single, cohesive organism. The use of wooden practice swords, weighted heavier than the steel Gladius, ensured that when the real battle arrived, the weapon felt light and swift in hand. Discipline was maintained through the lash and the threat of decimation, a brutal punishment where 1 in 10 men was executed to ensure absolute obedience. The centurion, distinguished by his transverse crest and vine staff, was the backbone of this discipline, commanding respect through experience, scars, and unwavering tactical command. Armor evolved to provide maximum protection without sacrificing mobility, with the lorica segmentata offering a sophisticated, articulated defense against slashing blows and heavy projectiles. Beneath the plate, a subarmilis provided padding, while the Gallia helmet protected the head and neck, featuring cheek guards that offered vital defense in close-quarters combat. The Scutum was more than a shield. It was a wall, a curved, plywood-reinforced masterpiece that allowed soldiers to lock together in a seamless defensive line. Caligae, the iconic hobnailed boots, provided traction on muddy battlefields and mountain passes, ensuring the legionary remained stable while delivering his devastating forward momentum. The Gladius hispaniensis was the primary tool of slaughter, a short, double-edged blade optimized for the thrust, designed to find gaps in enemy armor with surgical precision. The Pugio, a secondary dagger, served as a last resort, a lethal backup for when the chaos of battle forced the legionary into the tightest of spaces. Tactically, the Romans abandoned the static phalanx in favor of the maniple and later the cohort, allowing for greater maneuverability on uneven, broken, or complex terrain. The cohort system allowed generals to rotate fresh troops into the front line, exhausting the enemy, while the Roman line remained perpetually energized and ready to fight. During the siege of Alesia, Caesar demonstrated the sheer engineering genius of the legion, building double lines of fortifications to trap Vercingetorix within his own walls. Conversely, the Teutoburg forest serves as a grim reminder of the legion's vulnerability when forced into dense, claustrophobic forests where their formation could not be maintained. Despite such losses, the Roman military machine remained the standard for centuries, its influence echoing through the development of Western military doctrine and organizational theory. As the empire expanded, the burden of defense grew, leading to the crisis of the 3rd century, where internal strife and external pressures began to fracture the legions. The professional army, once the pride of Rome, began to see a shift in composition, with more foreign mercenaries and federated troops filling the ranks of the infantry. This gradual barbarization changed the character of the legion, as heavy infantry tactics gave way to a greater reliance on cavalry and mobile, rapid response defensive forces. The transition from the heavy, shield-bearing legionary to the more flexible, cavalry-supported soldier marked the end of an era that had defined the Mediterranean world. Yet, the legacy of the Roman legionary remains etched into history, a testament to the power of organization, engineering, and the relentless pursuit of tactical perfection. Modern armies still utilize the concepts of the cohort, the fortified camp, and the importance of logistics, all pioneered by the men who wore the lorica segmentata. Their story is one of human endurance, the capacity for extreme violence, and the creation of a system that allowed a city-state to dominate the known world. We must remember them not just as conquerors, but as the architects of a new world order, whose roads and laws still underpin much of our modern civilization. As we conclude this deep dive into the life and death of the Roman legionary, we invite you to reflect on the cost of such immense, enduring power. The history of warfare is written in the blood of those who marched, fought, and died for the glory of Rome, leaving behind a legacy that refuses to fade. If you have found this exploration of the Roman war machine compelling, We encourage you to subscribe to the Warriors of History series for more deep dives. By joining our community, you ensure that these epic tales of ancient soldiers and their legendary battles continue to be told with the detail they deserve. Your support allows us to reconstruct these historical moments, bringing the past to life through immersive storytelling and rigorous, in-depth historical analysis. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the annals of time, where we uncover the warriors who shaped the destiny of nations and empires. Prepare yourselves for the clash of steel and the fervor of the Crusades as we prepare to document the life of the Knight Templar in our next feature. The Roman Legionary may be a figure of the past, but the lessons of his discipline, his engineering, and his tactical genius remain relevant to this very day. As the sun sets on the Roman Empire, we look forward to the next chapter of our series, continuing our quest to understand the warriors who forged history. Until then, keep exploring the past, for it is in the study of our ancestors that we find the true measure of our own potential and our future. The march of history never stops, and neither do we, as we continue to bring you the most detailed, cinematic, and authoritative accounts of ancient combat. We appreciate your dedication to this series and look forward to seeing you in the comments section, where we can discuss the legacy of the Roman legions. This has been the story of the Roman Legionary, the backbone of an empire, and the ultimate war machine of the ancient world. See you in the next episode. As the Roman Empire expanded, the legionary faced the inevitable pressures of time, leading to the crisis of the 3rd century and a fundamental shift in military doctrine. We track the transition from the heavy infantry dominance of the Republic and early Empire to the later reliance on cavalry and the gradual barbarization of the ranks. As the frontiers grew increasingly porous, the Roman military machine struggled to adapt, forcing a pivot toward more mobile, defensive strategies to secure the crumbling imperial borders. Despite the eventual decline of the Western Empire, the legacy of the Roman Legionary remains etched into the foundations of modern military organization, logistics, and civil engineering. Their influence persists in the way armies are structured, supplied, and deployed across the globe today, serving as a testament to the enduring power of Roman discipline. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and join us again soon on Warriors of History, where the past is always waiting to be rediscovered and understood in full. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we will trade the Roman Gladius for the heavy broadsword and chainmail of the legendary Knight Templar of Europe. The Templars, a monastic order of warrior monks, redefined the nature of chivalry and combat during the Crusades, and their story is one you will not want to miss. We will examine their rise to power, their unique military discipline, and the tragic, mysterious downfall that saw them burned at the stake by kings. We invite you to subscribe to Warriors of History to continue this journey through the annals of combat as our next episode turns toward the Knight Templar.